So the purpose of these videos is to really dive deep and help you guys with nutrition. Now, I know, in a perfect world, right, everyone would eat perfect and work out perfect and get perfect results, but we all know we do not live in a perfect world. And as much as we want to eat healthy and get great workouts in, it doesn't always happen, right? There's a thing called life, work, kids, family, you name it, things are going to get in the way. So these videos are going to try to help you as best we can in a mass communication way versus trying to meet with everybody one-on-one, which of course we certainly can if you would like a little more in depth just to you personally, but hopefully these video series will help you as much as possible. So as we get to each video, they're going to have a specific topic, but just as a general kind of overview here, remember, no matter how great your workouts are, you can have the most secretive, best, amazing workouts. And at age 4 here, of course we think our workouts are great and they're designed for fat loss, but at the end of the day, no matter what workout you're doing, you have to eat right because you cannot out-train a bad diet, as they say. So that's kind of the main thing, is you have to put nutrition in such a priority, okay? If we're listing priorities to fat loss, top 5 priorities, probably 1, probably 2, and number 3 would all be nutrition. So it is that important. So make sure you mentally put that importance on it, okay? And if you don't, that's fine, but just don't expect the results, right? You have to eat well, okay? So number 1, put priority to your eating. Number 2, you don't have to be perfect, okay? If you slip, if you mess up, do not beat yourself up over it. That's the worst possible thing you can do. We're all gonna slip. I'm gonna slip, you're gonna slip. It's gonna happen, it's life, right? So you cannot beat yourself up over it. Instead, you need to celebrate the wins and focus on getting right back on track and being consistent, okay? So that's kind of the next big lesson there. And third is, what I want you guys to do, if you're new, and even if you're not new, you've been with us for months, years, you might want to reset and start at this point, which is, are you doing that one-step process for nutrition, right? And what that is you're going to sit down and you write 4 to 5 obstacles in your eating, right? It could be you don't eat breakfast, you eat bread with all your dinners, you drink 3 cans of Coke a day, whatever the case may be. Write those down, and then you're going to rank them from easiest for you to change to hardest. Not what you think is most important, but what you think is the easiest for you personally to change. Nobody else but you. So with those examples I used, if drinking 3 cans of Coke a day is going to be really hard for me to not do, that's probably going to go at the bottom of my list. If kind of eliminating that bread with dinners isn't too bad for me, that's probably going to go towards the top of my list. And then what you're going to do is you're only going to attack number 1 on your list, in this case, bread with dinner, and that's all you're going to focus on. You're going to ignore all those other things on your list until you have changed that behavior. And once you've changed the behavior, you can cross it off the list, move on to number 2 and only number 2. And by taking this process, before you know it, you've made 4 to 5 changes in your nutritional habits, and they're things that can sustain long-term versus just short, quick fixes, okay? So that's the third thing, is you might want to reset or start with that one-step approach, and again, we can help you more with that. And then the fourth thing is, don't worry about your friends, okay? All of you probably have spouses, siblings, best friends, neighbors, coworkers, you name it, who is doing some weird diet, some funky this, taking only bars, whatever the case may be, drinking only lemon juice all day. Number 1, you are not them, so just because they're doing it and it's working doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Number 2, go take a look at your friend 5, 6 months from now, a year from now. You think they're still going to have those changes? Probably not. I bet you they go back to where they were, if not worse, because all they did was a short-term fix, right? They put a Band-Aid on something, and the Band-Aid stops the bleeding brief, but it's not a long-term solution. So you want long-term solutions. I could give you multiple things you can do right now that are short-term fixes, but how's that going to help you a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now? And the answer is it's not. So why not teach yourself quality habits that you can use for longevity? Because that's the name of the game, right? You don't want to just be in shape now or next month or next year. You want this to be sustainable. So that last main key here is focus on you only, not what everyone else is doing, and worry about long-term fix versus just the short-term side of things, okay? So those are kind of your main things to think about. I want you to watch all the other videos upcoming here, and they're gonna kind of break things down a little bit more and hopefully help you out.